Around July of 2021, I came across a new Stikbot channel called Stikbot 666. This was during the summer of 2021, when it was fun and exciting to come across a new Stikbot YouTuber. As Stikbots were in a scary place back then, where views were scarce and the products were very uncertain. So I came across this channel from a Stikbot Show Morning Edition episode. I saw a comment by the channel. I thought it was hilarious at first, just some kind of internet troll, but this time with a Stikbot. So I clicked on the channel link out of curiosity, and I was shocked. There was one video posted on the channel. The channel had been created only a few months ago, on February 12th, 2021. I looked around, saw the channel profile earlier, and it was just a screenshot from the Stikbot battle with a red filter on it. The full account and everything had practically no information on it, just a profile, banner, and username. But then I remembered the video, the one singular video, and surprisingly, this video was very recent, only a few days old. The video barely had any views, but what stood out the most was the length. 8 hours, 45 minutes, and 56 seconds. The length of this video was unmatched to anything I've ever seen before. And to make things worse, the title of the video was named, Stikbot Can You Save Me? No proper thumbnail or anything, just a voidless forest at nighttime. This was all way too off. Thankfully it was the afternoon when I came across the video, so I was okay being a little bit spooked. I finally decided to cave in and begin watching the video. The video started with someone in their house explaining how they needed to go to the grocery store. The video was very innocent at first, typical Western dining room. The video was filmed in first person, so besides the person's hands, we never see the rest of their body. And he was about to leave, but then he looked around and grabbed a red Stikbot that was in their hallway. A brief pause to look at the Stikbot, but then the person walks out the door. What began to make this video really creepy was there was no cuts. The whole process of walking out the door to getting to the grocery store was all in one take. There was not even any commentary. As soon as they left their house, the commentary stopped. When the person gets to the grocery store, it had already become quite dark outside. The sun was going down. But right before he started going to the grocery store, he set his camera down and walked away, leaving his camera and taking a Stikbot with him, and left the footage going. The complete randomness of doing this in a public space is insane, and the camera was conveniently placed facing towards the parking lot, so we were unable to see the rest of his body. During his time in the store, a random unsuspecting man was looking around and actually saw the camera. But he does not steal the camera, he just looked at it for quite a bit of time. The man was wearing all black, black hoodie, and black sweatpants. Then soon after, he just walks away. Then a little while later, the person returns to the camera and picks up and begins walking. The sun had completely gone down around this time. No words were even said about his return, and to make it stranger, his hands were completely empty. He had the Stikbot in one hand, and the camera in his other hand. There was no signs of a backpack or anything. It was incredibly creepy. Why does he not have any groceries, and why does he have this Stikbot with him everywhere he goes? While walking back, he encounters a pathway. Despite being nighttime, he begins to walk down this pathway. There was some strange graffiti on some of the poles, but it was complete emptiness. I was convinced at this point he completely forgot he was recording. Like, why are you recording any of this? It was all just nothing. He walks down this pathway for a good 10 minutes, looking around and constantly looking back at his Stikbot. However, I was beginning to notice that the camera progressively became more and more shaky. There was just a sound of the night sky, nature, and the passage of cars along the highway. It just got to a point where everything about this video was unsettling and confusing. But then a sound. Then a scream. There was something mysterious that scared him so much that he began to book it. He began to run back the way he came. The camera did not pick up on it, but there was a scream. And then he began to run. He was running so fast and at one point he fell, drops everything, and begins to run full force. The camera was completely pointed down towards the ground. Everything just went silent, but as that happens, you hear another set of footsteps running past. And it just stayed like that for hours, just nothing. I was very shocked when I was watching this, but I began to skip ahead in the video until the very end, when the camera was picked up, and it was a bright day outside. But there was the same red Stikbot from the rest of the video, and it was just laying there in a crisp condition. I pursue whoever picked up the camera had no association with this person from earlier because it just had no cuts. What I realized was the guy in all black that was standing in front of the camera earlier was following this person. Maybe he did not want the camera. Maybe he wanted something else instead. This really confused me. I took a few minutes of screen captures to save for later. I didn't think too much of it due to people faking videos. And if this was a fake video, I would be very impressed due to the length of it all. I went to go fix myself some food in my kitchen and returned to YouTube only a few hours later. I wanted to watch the video again. It was so interesting, but when I looked back to see my watch history, it was not there. I searched up the channel. It was there, but not a single video on the channel. The video was gone. I went to the comment section of the Stikbot Central video. That was also gone. This video was so recent as well, so why did it get taken down immediately? And there was no way of contacting the channel because no comments were ever left again. It began to hit me that maybe this was a more sinister video than I originally thought. Already an incredibly creepy video, but now it was fully deleted. What was even the point if it was fake? What made it worse was that title, Stikbot Can You Save Me? Those words were never said at any point throughout the video, so it was something afterwards, so why was it deleted? There was no proof of anyone had ever watched it. I just sat there confused, but I decided to keep my findings of this video to myself, because I knew for a fact no one else would know about it. But then, over 1 year later in October, I decided to make a small mention to it by writing a story called Always Trust Your Stikbots, a play on Stikbot Can You Save Me? But then again, a year later went by, in October, and I made a list of the scariest Stikbot videos because I felt like this one was number one for sure. A full lost footage story. I posted it, and ever since then people have wondered about that video. It seemed like I was the only one to have ever seen it. People ask me about it here from time to time, and besides some of the footage I have that I recorded before the video was taken down, I do not know anything about this person, or the video, or who even ran it, or what on earth the plot of the video even was. I look at the footage, I do have, and I've tried to find the location somehow on Google Maps, but doing that is incredibly difficult, and would probably lead to nowhere. For the off chance that this video is real, it's a pretty scary situation to be in, and I hope this person's okay. As for the video, I really hope that one day we can all get closure on this, because ever since I've watched this video, I've always been extra cautious as to who might be following me, and you should as well. We may never know the origins of this video, because it's lost to time, but we do have the story, an important life lesson. Just always be careful of what you're doing before it's too late.